Hey, how you doing? Got a minute? Cool. I something completely incredible happened to me, and I just have to share it. But I'm only going to share it with you. The other day, I the other day I was meditating, okay, as I always do. And I've been places, done things, this was different. Um, I don't know. I like to submerge myself into I listen to music and I submerge myself in the music. And once I submerge myself in the music, then I just basically fall into something. I don't know, like a void. And usually from the void, I go into a scene or a scenario or whatever. I don't know. I don't think about anything. Things just happen. And I just go with the flow of whatever's happening. At this time it was different. I I get real deep, and usually when I get deep, my body gets stiff, and you can feel it. You can feel it stiffening up, and it'll stiffen up. And when it's stiffen up, when you just stop moving, you have to. The stillness is important. The stillness and your breathing. I just have this whole routine. I just relax as much as I can. Slow down my breathing. And practice stillness. It's almost like you're trying to slow down time. And usually that's when I can really get in deep. But this time, I was moving through something. And I had no control over what was happening. I had control, but once I entered in whatever I was in, I knew I was there for a reason. Because I couldn't move like I usually can. Usually it's free. You can just do whatever you want. And, it doesn't, but you can do whatever you want, but it's never anything negative. It's always just, I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, you can do whatever you want. But I couldn't. Wherever I was at, I was going through something like a black tunnel. But it was moving really fast. And as I'm going through this tunnel, I can feel something hit my chest, right? And then it just kind of like came off. It like hit my chest and then it came off of my chest, right? And then my chest just started to grow and fit into like this armor. And for a split second, I felt the armor and I was like, what is that? And something was like, do not open your eyes. So I was just like, it's like, okay. But I didn't want to lose my focus. So since I was already focused on my chest, like touching that, whatever that armor was, or the metal, or whatever was on my chest, because I couldn't see it. I could just feel it. I started focusing on that because at first I was just like really concentrating on the tunnel I was in. And I just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I was just like, what is happening? And then something was like, shh. Right? So, when I have my eyes closed when I meditate, and usually when I slow down my breathing, a lot of times something will just alarm me, like, oh, like you stop breathing, or like, I don't know, my breathing pattern will change and it'll make me break the depth of my meditation. But something changes with my breathing usually, and then it breaks the depth of my meditation, and it brings me back to like, I can't explain it, but it brings me back from wherever the plane I was at. It brings me back into another plane, like a plane to where it's like, oh shit, I can feel it again. Like I can feel my body again. It's different. This is the only way I can explain it. And so, I just started growing, and I just concentrated on that. And then once my like chest fit in it, I just kept growing, and I was like, shit, now I don't have nothing to concentrate on. So I started concentrating on my breathing, and I was really concentrating because I didn't want that to happen, because this had never happened before. So I was like, I didn't want my breathing to change and me come out of it. But at the same time, I didn't want to focus on that, and it happened, if that makes sense. I didn't want to focus. I didn't want my breathing to change, but I also didn't want to focus on not having my breath change, because I wanted to keep going. So I just really, really start focusing on my breathing. And next thing I know, I could feel my heart. And I knew if I concentrated on it, it would snap me out of it. So I just felt it for a second, and my heart was beating so fast. And I went back on my breathing. And all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, I just started shivering. I ended up in this fucking like void. And I didn't realize it until after I was done and I started writing in my journal. And I was shivering. I was freezing cold. I was freezing cold. But I didn't realize. But I was in this like void. And it was like so weird, man, because it was like you can see shit floating around, but it was just pitch black. And it was like, I don't even know how to say it. It was just like something was coming, and I knew something was coming, but I didn't know what, and I didn't know from where, because I couldn't see. All I seen was like, it looked like smoke, like something was coming toward me, but I couldn't move. And this weird entity just appeared. And I was just thinking to myself, like, just don't. I was like, just don't. Just. And it was just like, it was one of those moments, because like I've been in this position before, but it's usually like, hey, I come in peace, no problems, it's love and peace, you know? And either I have a conversation with the being, or like we just go our separate ways. But this was different. And again, it was cold, but I didn't realize it. I didn't feel it. But I was like hoping that whatever it was just like wouldn't try to harm me. And at this certain point, I could feel that it wanted to harm this body. Now, what I failed to mention was when I was going through the black portal, I don't know what it was. It was like a tunnel. But I was moving fast. When I was going through there and I was growing, I didn't realize at the time that I was entering another body. Me as my spirit was entering another body. But whatever this was, like I swear it was a spiritual warrior's body. Because it had armor and everything, and it just knew. Like it was just like I knew it was my suit, and I knew what to do with it, but I could not change what was about to happen. I just could not change that. That had to happen. Once I was there, it had to happen. So this entity just, I felt that it wanted to harm me. So it grabs my shoulders and it's slowly going inside of my body. But as it's going into my body, like its arms going into, holding me and coming into me. It's coming closer and closer to me. And out of nowhere, I had no control. I just started doing like this. And I did something like this. And then I brought my hands back. And this beam of light from the sun hit me in the head. And I could see myself sitting in my meditation pose with my cross leg with both of my hands on my knees. My right hand on my right knee, my left hand on my left knee. Eyes closed. I could see myself. And the burst from the sun went from the top of my head out from the bottom lower chakra and just shockwaved out. And it was like an explosion, but it was just like dust, and then dust cleared, and it was just me. And then right after I was able to see that, I tried to look around, and then I just started going back. I was going back. It's like I was not going backwards, but I just started like coming down out of whatever realm I was in. I just started coming back down. And then when I finally got back to me inside this body, I was shivering cold. Shivering. I wrote in my journal. I'm going to show you this. To show you. I didn't write to show you that I was shivering, but I wrote in my journal. And I'm going to look for it and try to show you that I couldn't write because I was shivering. This is it. This is it right here. I hope you can see this too. I don't want you to see all of it, but look. I hope you can see some of that, because I don't want you to read that shit. I was just playing. But seriously, I was shivering, and I just went over it, and I started writing in my journal, and I realized I was like, why am I so fucking cold? It's not cold. Like I was somewhere in ice without a jacket on. You know what I mean? Like I was shivering, freezing, and I felt like as I was writing, I was defrosting. Like, you know the feeling, that hot to cold feeling, your body's tingling. That. I have no idea what that was. But I'm fully aware of it, and I fully accept it. And I'm definitely going to try to figure out what it was. And when I do, I will share. But I knew I was a spiritual warrior. But I never thought that something like that could happen. And it did. So the next time it happens, I will definitely let you guys know again. I'll let you know again for sure. Because that was the most intense meditation I've ever had. Like, seriously, the most intense. But it was an experience that that I wouldn't trade for anything. It was an experience. And for some reason, I know for a fact there's more of that to come. Things are gonna start getting weird around you. I can feel it. What do you think? Let's talk about it. And hopefully I can get that deep again and figure out what that was. Alright, love and peace. Because as always, love comes first. This is our effing opinion. And I am Son of Yah.